This is Kilo, and today we're going to talk about KW1 and KW10 key blanks and how they are cross-compatible to be able to duplicate one on the other and vice versa. So if somebody came, wanting a duplicate of this key and you're out of this key blank, you could use a KW10 key blank. And if somebody has a KW10 key blank that they need duplicated, you could use a KW1 in a way that I'm going to show you in just a moment. So first of all, if somebody came up and they wanted you to duplicate a standard KW1 key blank, you could just go ahead and, let's say you're all out of these on your vehicle, you could just go ahead and grab a KW10 and the shoulders line up perfectly. So you would have to use the shoulder gauge when duplicating this, but you could go ahead and hand them this key. It's a little bit longer. They might look at it kind of funny, but it is a working key, and that would work out well. Now, the main difference between this key blank is it's made for a 6-pin lock as well. Unlike with Schlage, where their key blank would be extended to add for a 6th cut, Kwikset puts that cut right here in the front after the shoulder. So I will show you here on a space and depth key. This is where the 6th cut would be. So holding these side by side, this little bit of room here is made for the 6th cut on a Kwikset lock, just so you guys can see the difference here. When you look at a KW1, there's a lot of empty space here, so this would still be able to be used if you had no KW10 blanks. However, there is a main difference here, and that is this bottom shoulder. So if we look here, if we line up the top shoulder and we look down, you have this bottom shoulder that basically doesn't allow this to push all the way into the lock. So what you would have to do, and I've marked it here on the back just to show you guys, this is how much of the key blank you would have to grind away. Pretty much I blackened it as much as I could, but this bottom shoulder here that's all marked black, you would have to actually grind that, or use a Dremel or whatever tool you want, grind that little bit of key away, and then you would just go ahead and be able to duplicate the KW10 onto the KW1. So this was a question that came to me, and somebody asked if it was possible. They heard people doing this. Basically, that the two differences are this shoulder allows this key to slide all the way in, but you can duplicate either one. You just have to do a little bit of smithing on that bottom shoulder. So just wanted to help you guys out. I forget, I had a couple people ask this, and there was also another question in the comments about duplicating these with the Leasheep tool. I'll try that in the future. That tool on Kwikset's just kind of isn't fun to use, so I'll try and do a video on that in the future. But I just wanted to show you guys the main differences between these two, and that you can use them in a pinch if somebody needs one or the other and you're missing one or the other. So I hope this helps you guys. I hope this answers your questions for those of you who sent this in. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate all of you guys. We're up to almost 250 subscribers. At 250, I'm going to show you guys what the giveaway prize will be at 300 subscribers. So you guys can look forward to that. It seems like we're gaining about 6 to 10 subscribers a day at this point, which is just unbelievable. But again, I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. Thank you guys for the donations. Thank you guys for, just all of the questions you've been sending in. It's helping a lot of locksmiths out there, and apprentices and hobbyists as well. They've messaged me a lot of support and thanks for all of your guys' questions that you've sent in. This channel is for everybody. So thank you, and good luck out there on your jobs, and have a nice day.